people helping people. And what, I mean, in a way, you could describe lots of things that way. But what's the spirit of it? It's the spirit of equality, isn't it? It's the spirit of everybody's got something to contribute. And I remember when I first started working with the group in PFG, as it's just began to be born, Kelly, who was one of the kind of architects of it, if that's really the right word, it's not maybe architect, but farmer. She was planting seeds, and one of the seeds she planted was the question, when problems came up, she would always say, what are we going to do about that? Kelly was an independent social worker. Very often people say things like, oh, what do you want me to do about it? Kelly never said that. She said, what are we going to do about it? But it wasn't just that question, it was the attitude that came with the question. So the attitude is, we assume we have some power. We assume that we all have gifts. We assume that if we need help, a lot of that help is help we can give each other. And it's those values that I think really inspired me. I'd previously been working on the idea of personal budgets, which is really giving people power over the services that they have through having control of the resources. And I think that is important still. But I think that in a way, peer support is more powerful than the things that I've been doing before, because it actually, it turns something that's financial into something that's truly human. And so in a way, that experience and also working with groups like Women's Centre in Halifax started to change my mind really about a lot of things. I started to think, no, we've got more power than we realise. And what's closing us down are some of these kind of negative assumptions about the world and life. And we need a different approach.
But what I was wondering is that, does really peer support, does it really need a problem? And even though, does peer support even need words? Can it be action? Can it be solution-based actions? My daughter was just born, and we were in the parks, the children parks, with my wife. And my wife was meeting every week the other mothers with the infant babies. And I could totally tell that this is some kind of peer support group, peer group from the mothers. And sometimes I got also in there and see what they were talking about. And I very soon understood that they didn't talk about the problem. They didn't issue that peer group as a problem. Nobody said that, hey, I have this baby. Do you have the same problem that I have, this baby? No, they were talking about what are the best ways to get social security, where should we get how can we go to swimming holes, who is the worst and the best doctors in the hospital, or where should we take our children to school one day. So they were very we would say solution-based peer support groups, and it had everything to do with functionality. So that was something that really had an insight for me, that maybe this is what people need more than groups about their problems. Because, if you don't want to be alone, and if you want to look for people around you who have the same kind of people that you are, you don't really find people with the same problems, do you? Or let me say that it can be a much better connection if it's something to do with something that I'm good at. I have an asthma, and I treat myself. I'm a patient of asthma. I take this medicine every day, and if I meet someone in the train or the restaurant in the train and see somebody with this kind of medicine with him, that doesn't really connect us, does it? It really doesn't bond us together or give a sense of connection. But I'm also a music man. I love music, and I'm a musician. If I see someone with a guitar, I can totally go and go to talk to him and say that, oh, you're the guitarist, I'm the drummer. What kind of guitar do you have there? But I wouldn't imagine to go to talk to someone with this kind of inhaling the medicine. Oh, you're an asthmatic too, me too, great to meet you. That wouldn't really come to my mind. So is it really that mental health services, as we call them, are all something to do with very individual needs and problems? But actually peer support is all about the connection, and also connection with hope, about having a promise of better tomorrow.
Oh, hello. Shout your names out.
Claire, Sharon, Karen, Emily,
Gary the Queen. Gary the Queen. Lauren. Hey, oh. Hey. And we missed you. Catherine.
We missed
Yes, peer support also applies to dogs. There you go. There you go. And we've got a little sign there which says, put your feet up, look out for each other, camarados. And I'm going to come back. We're going to do some dancing later, okay? Yeah, they're looking scared. So this is a public living room behind me, and this is on a street. And some people do them on streets, some people do them in parks, empty shops, community centres. We've done it in a prison, in a hospital, in the middle of London, Piccadilly Circus. We've done it on the Brooklyn Bridge. And when I say we, I mean the movement. I don't mean me. And this is the really important thing to know about Camarados, is that actually we just send you resources, public living room in a box, and you do it yourself. And that's one of the really important things about peer support, is it's led by the people. It's not led by me.
Hello everyone, my name's Glyn. Good to see everybody. Peer support is about taking your power back. Let's take his power back together. Let's celebrate together. Celebrate our humanness together. Take our power back. PFG is about getting a life, not a service. It's about being at one together. It's about friendship. It's about doing. It's about activism. It's about not just saying. So within the PFG, we have Safe Space, where we work in partnership with our mental health provider, where we run an alternative mental health crisis service led by peers. We also have an ambulance service. We also have a mental health ambulance that brings people to our service. Instead of taking people to A&E where they're sick for 7-8 hours, instead of talking to people like they need to do. We have winter wardens or community wardens that go out to people's homes to run errands, that go shopping for people, get the medication. They do whatever chores they need to be done, making phone calls. It's about people helping people. It's about just being at one with yourself. It's about values, welcoming people, welcoming the stranger. It's about seeing everybody with a disability or without a disability as an asset of the community. And it's about connecting people together. The power of connection is really important. Connecting with Math today, connecting with Simon, connecting with my friends all around the world. That's what recovery is. Recovery is connection. So if recovery is connection, what is illness? Illness is disconnection. Recovery is connection. It's simple. Illness is disconnection. So the more that we connect to each other, the more that we find that bonds us together, the more that we celebrate our humans together, the more healthy, more recovery that each one of us are going to have. Today, being on this talk today, has just showed me how small the world really is. And actually, in the 21st century, how much we need each other. So peer support is simple. It's you and me together, helping to make the world a better place, using the skills and gifts that each one of us had, our uniqueness together, and working with you to help create a better place. Thank you.
After this event, when we get in touch with each other and invite all of our friends and people interested in peer support together, we can look for existing peer support people and groups inside Citizen Network and from other groups and networks, and use Citizen Network and our Agora to work on our values, to connect and discover, communicate, create change, cooperate and coordinate and in the end start to use this learning as a peer supporter or as a person supported by peer support. We can create a citizen network, peer support network, and we can be more capable, more knowledgeable, more experienced as a member of existing networks and groups. And we can also develop something new together. And how we are going to do it, like there's an opportunity to join Citizen Network. The joining is free to get the latest weekly news. And you will get an invitation to Citizen Network Slack, to our peer support for the world channel. Or you can send me an email, markus.vahala@citizennetwork.org. Let's keep connected. Let's create Citizen Network, a world where everyone matters.